So now you can get smart water bottles. The Hydrate Spark Pro Steel smart water bottle. And it's a vacuum-insulated 32-ounce water bottle. This is what I like. It's got two different kind of lids, one for chugging and one for straw.
Oh, I missed that.
Straw, if you want to use a straw. An LED puck in the base that lights up in customizable colors and patterns to remind you to drink water throughout the day.
Yeah.
And
Your Adam's exasperated.
It senses your water consumption and transmits data via Bluetooth to your phone and the Apple Health app. So it's Health Kit enabled. It keeps, to be honest, I started thinking about this. This is maybe not the absolute worst idea, because I woke up one day last week, I had such a headache, and it wasn't the COVID. It was like, I realized I did not drink any water. It was kind of the COVID, because I wasn't going outside of my room, right? I was mostly isolating. But I realized I had a freaking headache, like I had drunk a bottle of whiskey the night before or something. It's just because I didn't drink any water. And I've noticed every now and then I just realize I'm not drinking enough water. And not too long after that, you know what happened? Kidney stones. So drinking water is a great thing to do. And I don't think it's the worst idea to have something that reminds you, hey, quit typing and get something to drink. Now, do you need to pay $80 for a Bluetooth connected? I don't know. It is a little nuts. But after that dry morning, I started going, geez, maybe I need one of these.
Okay, you took this in a completely different direction than I thought. I thought we were all going to just sit here and make fun of this damn thing.
Laugh at it.
It's just such a commentary on where we are as a culture that we need a bottle with RGB lighting at the bottom that's HomeKit connected that reminds you to take a sip of water. It's like, what's happened to us as a culture that this is something that we actually need now? It's like everything has to be smart this, Bluetooth connected. Remember the Bluetooth fork that was at CES that would like buzz if your bites are too big? I mean, I'm like,
oh, give me a break.
Exactly. How much more superfluous can it get? And that was what I thought when I saw this. I was like, are we really so inept as a culture that we can't even remember when to drink water now, and we need a bottle with RGB lighting? Now, look, no one's a bigger fan of RGB lighting than me, and that's actually one of the reasons why I would probably want to get something like this. And then it connects to HomeKit, and it will monitor your.
It's not HomeKit.
It's HomeKit. Yeah.
Come on.
The smart means it's probably connected to.
Is it HomeKit? Come on.
It's HomeKit. Yeah, it's HomeKit. Or I guess HealthKit. Yeah.
Have you had any water today, Lewis? Because are you feeling parched, Lewis?
If it worked with HomeKit, it could blink the lights in your house.
Well, maybe it can.
Maybe it does. Now you've made me want to figure it out. I can't believe that it's HomeKit.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's probably HealthKit, and it connects with the Apple Health app, is what I was trying to say. And so it monitors how many swigs that you've had throughout the day. And to me, it just seems kind of superfluous. It's like, can we not remember to take a sip of water throughout the day? I have my pond water here that you guys often see me drinking. Yeah. This is my homemade probiotic water, Adam.
Jeez, you need to put some LED lights underneath that, so it lights up a different color other than that
floating around in there.
Algae green. Oh my God!
Minerals.
It's minerals, exactly.
It looks a little.
I do have thoughts on this, though.
Okay,
I'm somebody who is health conscious. Yeah. I have thoughts on this. Well, for one thing, I've had apps, for instance, that monitor water, make sure to drink water and stuff like that. Because I have an Apple Watch and I want something fun to do with it, right? So, and what I discovered is that there's actually a little bit of a risk in these apps, and it's actually not a joke. Funny enough, a lot of these products or apps that promote drinking water aren't taking into account your personal health. I mean, Lewis, you were just saying you went through kidney stones. That's not a joke, right?
No, yeah.
But kidney stones. No, that's not a joke at all. It's horrible pain. You basically experienced childbirth, so congratulations on the new little one in your family.
Yeah. I'm so paranoid I'm going to get one of those, and every time I hear you talk about it, Lewis, it just gives me PTSD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a lot more to, for instance, number one is over drinking water is something that these apps do. And it was telling me you'd have to have 5 liters of water a day. That's dangerous.
That's
you're depleting. You're rinsing yourself out too much.
Huh.
So you're depleting. You can get very quickly get what's called hypovitaminosis. You're actually draining out all the minerals and vitamins from your body. Your body doesn't have a chance to absorb it. So that's too much water. So anybody who's big into health is going to tell you drink when you're thirsty, but do drink. But don't have that 6 liters a day. That's preposterous. That's unhealthy drinking, right? So no, it's not good for your body to do that at all, to drink too much, but it is important to drink. The other thing too is, a kidney stone might be because maybe you're getting too much vitamin D. That causes your body to absorb too much calcium. If you're drinking too much milk, if you're getting kidney stones, try to avoid too much dairy and cheese, because that's where it's usually a calcium. Oh, there you go. Okay.
I'm not willing to make any life choices to avoid them. I mean, they're just
Yeah. And if you're going to drink water, put some lemon in your water. Maybe our fun has a point there with his pond water, because you put a little bit of lemon, that dissolves kidney stones.
Really?
Right?
Yeah, that's funny you mentioned that, because after my first bout with one, I became very aware of how much water I was drinking, and I started putting lemon juice, squeezing a little bit of lemon in there.
Yep.
And I've stopped that recently. That's the thing. Like every time I realize, I haven't been drinking that much water, and it's like everything else. Oh, geez, you stop paying attention, and then next thing you know, you pay a price.
Mother Nature's a very good teacher, isn't she?
Relentless.
Yeah, no, for sure, no. But yeah, if it's monitoring, if it's taking into account your body weight, your age, your current health, and it's monitoring it based off that, okay, maybe we've got something going. Maybe it'll help to regulate a good water intake. But if it's just telling you to drink every 5 minutes, I don't agree with that. I think that's sloppy technology, right?
Well, I don't know how these particular water bottles work. I mean, they certainly are expensive. I mean, this one is $80.
Yes, they are.
And I don't know I don't know how it informs you of your water intake, like what it's basing that off of. I mean, the fact that it has a chug top, maybe indicative of the science behind the bottle.
Spirit comes on and goes, do it. Do it.
Yeah, chug.
Come on, you wimp. What are you waiting for? Come on.
It wants you to drink like 8 bottles a day. But
it says it's clinically proven accuracy within 3% of manual readings through the Mayo Clinic trials.
Wow. Okay. That's crazy. That's actually crazy.
You know what? I'm going to try and get a hold of one of these things.
Yeah, I'm coming full circle on this too.
Yeah,
but then what science is
used
used
from the Mayo Clinic with a grain of salt sometimes. It's not always the best advice. Sometimes it's a little bit outdated,
Yeah, I mean,
prescribe a lot more mayonnaise than you should eat.
Yes, and I love mayonnaise too, so
yeah.
We're both guilty of that.
Can't give that up either.
Yeah, and we got Dipsy Doo in the chat saying, pretty sure it's supposed to be half your body weight is how many ounces you should drink. Well, see, that's the thing. It's like there's all these rules out there, and you're like, I don't know if this is true.
90 pounds of water a day. Good God.
It'd be 90 ounces of water a day, right? So that would be it's an ounce. It's your half your body weight in ounces every day.
In ounces. Okay, yeah.
There's water. I don't know if you guys ever used. I know I've talked about this on the show before. There's an app called Lose It, and you use it to count how much. How much? It has a water tracking capability in it, which I bet you can plug this thing into it, and that'll just get automatically filled, so you don't have to I never keep track of how much water I drink because I don't know.
You don't have an $8 watter bottle, right?
Exactly. It is kind of fun sometimes to use these things to get what we're always talking about with Apple Watch is that it doesn't necessarily, it's not a medical device, but what it does is it says, hey, you perhaps ought to do this. This particular lifestyle change might make you a little healthier. I mean, I mentioned I've had the COVID for a couple of weeks, right? So I wasn't exercising. I stand in the house more than usual. I got a little notification the other day. It says, hey, we've noticed a trend. You're not walking as much as normal.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff is pretty powerful. And it made me immediately go, yeah, that's absolutely right. I gotta, if I'm not exercising, I need to at least, walk up to the corner store rather than driving once. And so I don't know. I find that stuff
everyone?
Huh?
And infect your whole neighborhood?
Well, okay, maybe not the store. I'm clear now. I'm clear.
I don't know.
I'm doing this for my health.
My Apple Watch told me I need to come in here and walk.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what you're saying about the Lose It app. I mean, I was somebody who was always into fitness, and I ate healthy in quotes. I never ever counted a calorie in my life.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, one of my friends, Tyler, a fellow artist, he'd said, no, I'm using this app, and he was in super good shape. Huh. I was like, what the hell happened to you? He's like, ripped, right? So what the hell did you do? And he goes, oh, I just started using this calorie app. And I went, okay. And what's cool about these apps and what could potentially be interesting about this LED, this Corsair IQ water bottle, right?
Mystic light support, yeah.
It's making you conscious. You're aware of what you do, because when you're not paying attention, you'll have a sandwich with 6 tablespoons of mayonnaise, not realizing you just consumed 9,000 calories.
Yeah,
because mayonnaise is high in calories. So I went, oh my god, I put mayonnaise in everything. I'm sitting there, why am I getting so plumpy? And I'm sitting there, scooping mayonnaise down my throat. So you kind of become more aware of your actions. My girlfriend's laughing at me right now. You become more aware of your actions. You become more conscious of your water consumption and that kind of stuff. Right.
And you realize, oh, geez, I'm not even close to how much I really ought to be drinking every day, water-wise. Or geez, what I always found with Lose It, it's like what you're saying. It's very educational kind of thing. Yeah. And you like realize, wow, just having like one extra piece of bread with my dinner is like, that you would have to work out for 2 hours to burn that off.
Oh,
and you're like, wow, that's interesting. Yep. And I mean, I lost a lot of weight with that thing.
It does work.
It actually it trains you to make better choices.
Yeah,
is what it does. If you pay
attention. I even stopped using it at a certain point, but I kept being aware of the calorie content of what I was eating.
Exactly.
Right. So it educated me on what I was actually what actually calories I was putting in my body at that point. And I mean, I've gone on and off of it depending on how much I start to kind of slip at a certain point. Yeah, no, I think it's a smart move for sure. Yeah.
The Apple Watch has become an integral part of my life, and one of the things I love about it is the fact that it knows how many calories that I've burned during my workouts, right? And it does really make you aware, like when you've just spent an hour working out and it was a tough workout and you're like, I only burned like 400 calories. And then you look at the food that you're eating. I mean, you can make up 400 calories in 15 minutes. I mean,
one May West, you're done. One Joe Louis, good to go.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you eat mayonnaise out of the jar like Adam does, that's like 3 or 4 minutes of calorie intake.
This stuff. I bathe it. I'm like a fish. I consume it through my gills and I excrete it at the back. Yeah, and I just use that to propel myself through the ocean of mayonnaise.
Wow, you are a mayonnaise fan. That's the most extreme mayonnaise fandom I've heard of. To be honest with you,
I'd be dead if I did that. But
it's also very expensive. I mean, to fill your whole bathtub with mayonnaise, I heard the Rolling Stones used to do that for their parties, and they spent thousands of dollars on that. Anyway.
Oh yeah, they don't mess around. They don't mess around.
All right, let's wrap up with our water bottle talk. I was expecting us to clown on this, and now you guys have convinced me that maybe I should be purchasing one of these. Yeah, and it tells you within 3% of how much your water you're actually intaking. Look at that. It has it has an Apple Watch app as well. The crazy thing is this dang water bottle was like one of the most popular stories on Reddit this week and last week.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, this is crazy. Like, do people actually get excited about a bottle like this? Because it just seems completely unnecessary to me. Anyway, I digress. We're going on and on. The story is over. I'm kicking it.